Yes, good day. How are you doing? My name is Iman. It's good to be on here with you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my Niger watch family across the globe. How are you doing? What's the happen this fine Friday? It's good to be on here. Welcome to our newspaper review. If you're just joining us, if you've never participated in our newspaper review, well, it's good to be here. It's good to have you on here. Do well to turn on your notification bell. Then go on ahead to subscribe to our YouTube channel and do well to like our every broadcast. Yes, we did drop premium content and we know. So do well to support us by liking our broadcast, sharing, inviting someone, talk to someone about Ninja Watch. Thank you for being here. Big and super shout out goes to Mommy Diaspora. How are you doing today, dearest Mama? It's good to have you on this broadcast. It's good to have you watching me. Yes, you. It's good to have you on this broadcast. Thank you for being here. The link has been posted on the comment section. So if you want to those that are not tired and are still very patriotic about their country and would like to hold a conversation about what's happening in the country, do well to click on the link. I cannot wait for you to join me so we dissect the papers this morning. Thank you for being here. Please do well to engage the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. Please do well to engage that option. Thank you very much. I will be going into our topic of the day or business of the day, but I want to what is it called? I want to bond with you guys. So talk to me, say something to me on the comment section. Or Sagvovo, how are you? Good morning to you. Let's even see what's happening on the comment section. Let's see who is here on the comment section. Good morning to each and everyone. I said good morning. Okay, so let's say good day for the sake of the likes that have the likes of those in Japan. Who is saying good evening already? All right, thank you very much to each and every one of you. Thank you. Just Emmanuel, you are good morning to you too, sir. Thank you very much. I feel welcome. Thank you very much, and welcome to this broadcast too. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yay, my sister, Bella Naomi. Madam B, how are you doing? It's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. So let's take our first paper for today. Our first paper for today would be Daily Trust. Yes, Daily Trust, Daily Trust, Daily Trust. And on Daily Trust, we have it says 3 governors under our radar over stashed cash. Okay, looks like EFCC. This is going to be an interesting one. EFCC chair also says that state chief executive mulling table payments to launder money. Don't leave all this grammar that we are speaking. I will break it down for you people today. Yes, we will break it down. The chair also goes on to say commission to intensify BDC's raid and monitor banks. Cautions people selling property to others. Yeah, we have INEC chairman to Rex, don't go to government houses. And also FG to fund Kaduna, Kano. Let me take this slowly. So please hear this twice. Federal government to fund Kaduna, Kano, other rail projects with Chinese, Portuguese, and Turkish loans. Nigeria's non-oil export rises by 62% to $2.59 billion in 1 year. And here we have Buhari commissions Nigeria, Cameroon joint border post and bridge. We are not against salary increase for all workers, but if you'd want more on that story, you'd have to pick up the paper and check that out. And here we have Shaban versus Sani, apprehension in Kaduna APC as courts rule on governorship primary today. Okay, so we'll start with the story of the 3 governors under the ESF chairman has come out to say that 3 governors, 2 from the north and 1 from the southeast, that's as much details as they give to us. So at this point, you're not saying yes, are you people just trying to shake these people, or you people mean business? Well, the names were not dropped, but he went on to give an exclusive interview to Daily Trust, to Trust Media, that three governors are seriously under the radar, and as the report says, that this report should not be taken for granted, it should be taken seriously. Yes, two are from the north and northern governors, because they're all three governors, sitting governors. Yes, and one is from the south. They say that they got intel that these people have stashed billions, Kai, billions, and that they are trying to, disseminate. They're trying to scatter the money. They're trying to use the money by paying for salary. Yes, by paying salaries. That's how they intend to. They're not going to the banks, and the dollar is now scarce in the country, so the next means is to use it for salary, to pay for salary. But they say they've got their eyes. EFCC has got their eyes on this, and they will not allow it. And they've also cautioned realtors to caution people into properties, into sales of properties, and say that don't be used by these orders, to scatter the money. Say don't be used. And not just that, see, I think one thing that caught my attention in the interviews, towards the end, he pleaded with Nigerians that we should all come together and fight this thing that has come to bedevil all of us. So let's do it together as Nigerians, for the sake of Nigeria and for our currency. Let this fight not be just by the government. Don't involve yourself in opportunity, so to say. Say this one where I see, make I chop. This government people know they see their money. The EFCC chair has come out to say that you should not. We already know what money laundering is. People should not involve themselves with. If this is a good cause, now that's the problem. We just don't trust these people. But whether you trust them or not, we just have to give them the benefit of doubt. So yeah, it goes. If you see something, say something, but make sure you are safe, because as it is, the Nigerian government cannot save you. So you that want to say something, be sure of where you are saying the something from. That's a candid advice from his sister. And this is from Johnson Emmanuel. Johnson says, from the same newspaper, Daily Trust, Nigeria's non-oil exports rise by 63%. It is very important we analyze that too. Right. Let's see. Johnson Emmanuel. All right, let's go on. Johnson, leave my shine alone. No, leave my shine. This shine is not by the Nigerian government. All right, let's see. So INEC chairman has also come out to talk to Rex, and as they don't want anybody going to government houses, having meetings, official or no, unofficial meetings with any government representative as we go closer as we get closer to the elections. And they've come out to say during working hours, after working hours, there's no excuse unless you're on official duty, and all due diligence must be carried out. So INEC is giving Nigerians this vibe that, see, you guys, I got you guys. We also want the country to be better. We are going to be truthful, we are going to be faithful and sincere. Maybe we should give INEC a chance, or maybe we should still have our eyes on them and see to it that they are doing what they should be doing. But over time, INEC has been, they've been firm, and they've been up and doing, so to say. So let's give it to them. Okay, good morning to you, Ima from Spain. Osagovo, how are you? Thank you for joining us today. You're most welcome. Thank you. All right, so Johnson, you want us to analyze the 63% export rise. Why not click on the link and let's analyze this together? No problem. And please, to each and every one of you, do well to know that for every newspaper review, we have, the main topic we dwell on, but then again, we touch every other. So if there's something you want us to talk about that has been read out here, that is why it is a newspaper review. So it's fine, it's okay. All right. And then we have the federal government to fund the Kaduna, Kano, and other real projects. With that, we have all the news on here. So let's just quickly catch up with that. But before we go to the next paper, let's see what if there are any submissions that we need to attend to urgently on the comment section. Otherwise, we just go straight to the next paper. But before we do so, this is an appeal. If you're just joining, welcome to our newspaper review. Please do well to like this broadcast, do well to share, invite someone onto the broadcast. Yes, please do so. And also support by using the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. And in all of this will not be completed if you do not join the conversation, either by clicking on the link or talking to us on the comment section. Either of them would do just fine, but let us engage. As we draw near now to the elections, we need to know what is happening out there. We need to know who is saying this. We need to know who is disguising for us. We need to know, we need to know all of this, and it will help us, pick wisely, or it will further even educate us on what is going on in our country. All right, if you're just joining us, welcome. Remember, my name is Ima. It's Ima. It's good to have you on this podcast. Let's move on to the punch. On the punch, we have here federal government plans supplementary budget over rising inflation, depreciation. Dollar closes at 895 naira on Thursday. Rep stick to 437.57 naira. Exchange rates. Government eyes more taxes. Fewer incentives for Nigerians in 2023. That sounds like bad news. Federal government mulls Chinese, Portuguese loans for railroad projects. And of course, the picture story on there is the Nigerian-born woman, Azubuike, becomes U.S. Army general. ASU summons INEC meeting over half salary. ASU is already summoning over salary. So it looks like if you have your brothers, if you have your sisters that are yet to resume or yet to go back to school, just tell them to chill for now, because it looks like the federal government are toying with ASU, or safe to say toying. UK remands 28-year-old Nigerian for stabbing mother to death. One news, same country. No, not same country. Okay, this is US, this is UK. So one news, there is somebody making Nigerians proud there, and another news, there is just okay. So that story says UK remands 28-year-old Nigerian for stabbing mother to death. Lagos untouchable. Agberos enjoy government backing. Drivers presidency. Lagos untouchable Agberos. So I think at the end of the day, this bus drivers, the downfall bus drivers, they are against the Agberos, not against the Agberos as in they are, because of how they affect, how they affect their day-to-day business. That's why I say that they are against them, because they are the ones that the government's using. I don't know how government employs Agbero to be taking tax. As in, we never even reasoned this thing before. The same government that went to employ ex-militants. Because these Agberos, they are causing menace and nuisance in the society. Well, the driver's president has come to say Lagos untouchable Agberos. I not be lie. They are they're untouchable. The traffic police. The traffic police, what the job of the traffic police now is to be protecting the touts. I mean, at that point, you don't have a choice. You have to give them the money because the police are there. So who is going to do anything about this untouchable Agberos? They don't get arrested. If they get arrested, they get released. I mean, we saw the answers. Instead of them to arrest these touts that came to pictures, videos of how this. I mean, I want to pick them up, said they are there, but no, they went to pick up civil Nigerians. They went to pick up responsible Nigerians that was just carrying out their responsibility. Beautiful morning to you too, my dearest brother. Thank you, Mr. Machiavelli. It's good to have you on this broadcast. Thank you very much and welcome. All right. Okay, let's see what other thing we have on here. Don't forget, Please don't forget that you can drop your submission on the comment section. Let us talk. I did for you as you did for me. Let us talk, please. My eyes are on here and my ears are on here. But you know that if you're watching, I've got my eyes on you too. Thank you for being here. You watching the replay, thank you for being here. It's good to have you here. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Oh, I wish you so much sunshine in your day. Do well to like this broadcast, please, or share, invite, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do everything. Welcome to our Niger Watch family, and also support us by clicking on the super thanks option just beneath the screen. Thank you very much. Justin Emmanuel says, I picked that because people who know nothing about Nigerian economy will come here saying we don't produce non-exports. We actually export a lot. We are into a whole lot of exportation. We are into a whole lot of, but that has really, we are into a whole lot. No, we are. No, nobody can take that away from us. Nobody can take that away from us. This one says, even the police last month were once Agberos. I like, hey, wahala. Justin, I did not even consider it to that extent. But of course, that's why you see a last month person acting like, oh dear. Of course. When we are talking about creating jobs, we are not talking about creating jobs for people that that their mindset has not been reformed. You just carry. We have plenty of Ashwebi on the street of Lagos. I tell you this for free. Plenty of Ashwebi. No orientation, no nothing. They lack mannerism. They are not courteous. The way they talk, you see a security official, you are going somewhere, like you're going into a street that is one way. Nobody that's there looking at you. Nobody says, oh sorry, this is one way, use this so that I'll show you alternative route. No, they will wait for you, and you see the way they will pounce on you like so this is why, and these are supposed to be the ones safeguarding us. Now, wow. All right. Yes, let's have congratulations trooping in for Amanda Azubuike, the U.S. General. But now this surprises me right now. So this Amanda Azubuike, she's said to be born in the UK but moved on to the US and is doing greater things. But now that we want to publish this news, we are saying Nigeria born. Nigeria born. We have a way of enforcing do I say rights where we've not even worked for it or even earned it. This is the same thing we did with Amosun. Nigeria born this, Nigeria born that. Anyway, we have it here too. Nigerian born 28 years old man arrested for stabbing his mother. So the story has it that this young man was stabbing his sister. The mother heard noises from the apartment, and she ran up. She saw that this 28-year-old young man was stabbing his sister, and she raised the alarm. Immediately saw his mom. He just pounced on his mom, and he kept stabbing the mom, and she died on the spot. He just finished her. She died on the spot. But the sister is still at the hospital treating stab wounds, and he has been arrested for attempted murder. Trust the US. But then that is so now there's no story to know why this happened, where this young man is coming from, and all of that. No story to let us know what triggered this. But then again, wetin suppose trigger wetin go make person stab his sister and then turn to your mother? I brought children. Let's see what other story we have here. Okay, talking about the Lagos Agbero being untouchable. Justin Emmanuel says, I lived in Lagos. I know Lagos very well. Now who be Omonile? Now who they collect money for Oshodi? Yes, all of this. But at the end of the day, these people are remitting this money to government. Not be government and they remit the money to. So why would government endanger our lives by having these people? And by the way, I want to give a special shout out to my boss for picking a perfect picture to use as my thumbnail today. Mr. Machiavelli, how are you doing today? Thank you for being on this broadcast.
Thank you very much, my lovely sister. Good morning to you and good morning to all Nigerians. And thank you for having me. And once again, congratulations to the Army General, the Nigerian born. Here we go again. I earlier told you guys, a positive One positive to one side, another negative to the other side, right? So this is why we are talking about the Agberos. We are talking about the what's it called? Our ASU again, half paid salary. They are already summoning. Here we go again. Didn't
So
I
you know,
not tell you?
Machiavelli, let me even gist you even more. So the agreement that ASU had with these people was that they agreed to pay them their salary, the 8 months that they've been home and all that, and they went back to school. You know, things are going. They said that they cannot start unless they get paid. They've not been paid. They don't even have a way to go to school. But they just decided to go on ahead with with all of that. Now that happened, like that was not enough. They went back to school. The federal government did not do well to keep to their agreement by paying them in full. They just paid half salaries without their early notice or something, which is which is rude, which is outrightly rude by these people. Some did not even get as much as half. Some got only 121,000, and they are grieved. The
Okay.
lecturers are angry. Who wouldn't be?
Okay.
Please go ahead with your submission.
Let me quickly put this on by Sophia. You say agreement is agreement, you Abi. We don't ready for settlement. Now they tell me nonsense again. Abi, you know one thing I begin to tell people is this is the reality. The reality is I asked the other time when they were holding the Nigerian government hostage to pay them their salary until they go back to school. Some of our brothers here will say, no, ASU is bad, ASU is this. The federal government, they created another body to checkmate ASU. You have not settled with one, you went to create another one, right? Now, since you asked ASU to go, you took them to court, ASU agreed, you strangled them, pay the money now, it's another wahala. ASU go back on strike because you must have a definite concrete agreement. Go to the press conference, that is the federal government I'm saying now, and tell the Nigerians how much what you discussed, what agreement was signed, and how you agreed, what are the necessary steps to take. ASU will also come out and tell us what they agreed. There was nothing like that. This was a closed door meeting by the same Badia Miller, who cornered them. Today, ASU, we are still going back to the same drawing board. That is what we called failed policy. You have not done anything. Now, let's go back to the last man you are talking about, the Agro. This is the same state that the All Progressive Congress said their presidential candidate built, right? You built a foundation that is rotten. Now we are putting smith on top now. He stand, he not stand. A Nigerian police officer, a Lasma, Agbero, they are all one. Don't you notice in Lagos, when you go to Lagos, even when a police officer enters a taxi or any Lasma, anybody where they tell you is don't collect money. This guy is what is it called? They normally have a name they call them. It's staff. These are people who does not understand a common rule. You just said somebody driving through one way. A police officer will be there. He will not even stop the driver and say, "Look, this is contrary to the law. You are driving in a one-way road." And they will not, they don't even understand it. A police officer does not understand his oath of office. I'm telling you, go and ask the police officer. Do you know? He doesn't know. He doesn't even know how to even recite even the national pledge, not to talk about what he came there, the vet. He doesn't know anything. So we are building on this foundation that is rotten. This is the same Lagos they said he built. Look at how many agberos last month intimidating the citizens, suffocating them. We built Lagos, yet Lagosians are still running after Molo. See, we are not working, we are not doing anything to help the situation. These governments are just acting more. Look at another Nigeria now. You are saying it, it's now a general, right? If this person was really actually in Nigeria and Nigeria was doing good, do you think this person will not come back home and say, let me bring what I've learned back in the States or in the UK and bring it back to our society to help our Nigeria? And more so, it's another one talent that we are having. Amosun went to run for Nigeria, he made Nigerian proud. But with the Nigerian government now say let's put more money into sport to enable this young talent to get this to have accessibility. There are some young talent hidden in Nigeria that have not been given that access. We are talking about the likes of Amosun. We should be talking about people like Choma and Junwa. The first woman who won gold for Nigeria. Where is Choma and Junwa today? Nobody knows where she is. We are singing Amosun. In the next 2 years now, we will not hear about Amosun again. So we are not investing on what we have. This is the problem. And what we are recruiting is wrong. And this is where we are going to be getting a big problem. You get what I'm saying? So the reason is we need to have a proper standard of system. That is what it is. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Machiavelli. Thank you. It's good to have you on this broadcast. It's good to have you also on this broadcast. Please do well to like as you watch. Do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and do well to support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. Yeah, let's move on. Let's take the last two papers that we have here, then we will continue. And then we have the story on here. No Nigerian should complain of hunger because we have farmlands. And we have farmlands and rain from God, and that's by obviously by the president. So President Muhammadu Buhari has told Nigerians to be willing to farm what they would eat or starve to death, stating that no one has the right to complain of hunger in Nigeria. Buhari stated this on Wednesday in an interview with Tambarin Hausa TV, a Kano State-based media, that despite the floods that had devastated farming communities, Nigeria could still feed itself. He added that one of the policies he undertook upon assuming office in 2015 was to block the Nigerian borders from food importation and force people back to farm. He said, I took that decision to stop rice importation and said we should farm what we eat or die of hunger. I said that since we have farmland and God has blessed us with rain, something in my throat. Okay, so this flooding is what this man has called blessing from God. Hey, a serious while we did. Hey, I see. All right, he said, I took that decision to stop rice importation and said we should farm what we eat or die of hunger. I said that since we have farmland and God has blessed us with rain, what reason does a Nigerian have to say he is hungry? If you are hungry, go to the farm. I am aware that floods have ravaged some farmlands this season, but we are still selling rice made in Nigeria and we can feed ourselves. Is that not an achievement? Brother Nice, welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, Missima, good morning. Good morning to everyone in the comment section, those in the panel. Good morning. Mixima, this one you just read right now, as I just reading, I don't know as my belly they do me. My belly they boil me like say tomorrow not day. Anytime where this man make statement, this Buhari, he never utter anything better, any solution. They always they think like military. You understand? And the way he speaks as well, it shows that this man, they don't have any, how am I going to put it? They don't have anything in their brain. Their brain is empty. It just shows that their brain is empty. These are our leaders. You said Nigerians should go back to farm. They should not complain of hunger, that they can farm, that they can feed themselves. In a country where there is flooding everywhere, in a country where there is insecurity, the farmers that went to farm, that all those Boko Haram attack and kill people, they slaughter in their farmland. So those are not human beings. He don't thought of the people that insecurity cannot allow them to go to farm. He does not think about those people. So for him, now that all those insecurity is not existing in Nigeria, people are not killing their farmland. Hi. But the only thing that gives me joy among all those things is that election time is just by the corner. It will leave very soon. That is just my joy in all those things. Because if I see the way these people see things, this our leader talk, it just show that these people, they don't care about Nigerians. Nigeria is on their own. Nigerians, they are on their own. Any Nigeria that live in that country. That is why I always advise anybody that live in that country. If you have any opportunity, jump back come up for that country. Because that country, you see what that man said. He said that today they will tell you, say this country not belongs to us. You understand? That is just the truth. Nigeria don't belong to us. It belongs to only this Fulani, the elite. Common man in that country. That common man that is living in Nigeria under this government of Fulanis, their life is in danger. I'm just telling you. Buhari, why won't he come out and say those things? When he's in Aso Rock, he's in a secure place. He don't see what common man pass through on the street of Nigeria every day. What market people face. Rising food, this thing, expensive food supplies, insecurity in the land, killings every left and right. Because him is in a secure place. People around him, they are even, all of them, they are connecting with Buhari to say that Nigeria is secure. That is why people like Lai Mohammed will come out and tell Nigerians that there's no problem in the land. You know, they made fire and all that. All of them, they are because they're in the high place where bandits cannot touch them. You know, so they don't care about the common Nigerians on the street. That bandits are killing every day, hungers are killing every day. People don't have no means to feed. They don't care about those ones. They don't have them at heart. Any Nigeria that have any opportunity to run, it should run. Look at Batobaze today. He was part of this cabal. But when he now see that Nigeria don't have future, he carry all his children and his wife, he run to UK. Look at how Albert is in the UK today. He's smiling every day since he has been in the UK. So that is Nigeria for you. Since he's been there now, all those cabal that he used to support now, he had now open. He's not seeing very well. He's seeing what the common man is passing through in Nigeria. But when they were there, eating from this government, they don't see what the common man is saying. If you talk, these are the first people that will attack you first. You understand? It's just like this same one that you are just saying right now. All those this thing, tout, that is causing chaos in Lagos. All those touts, those are the people that make this person to beat his chest every day. Tinubu, he's the one that created them. They make like the likes of MC Oluomo. I will tell you, if Tinubu becomes the president of Nigeria tomorrow, that MC Oluomo, he will be the chief of army staff of Nigeria. All those they are taught, they will be in the high place in Nigeria. Just as Buhari is doing it right now. You understand? So that country, they only recognize only thugs. If you are just a regular person, that person will just die on the street. They will not care. The only people they recognize in that country, they give award and everything is thugs. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. This comment is by Michael Okere. Michael, it's good to have you on this broadcast, sir. Thank you for being here. Says the president is right, but he has to do more in connection to security.
Can I respond to that, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, what you were about to read? I wanted to respond to.
Please, 1 minute, you will. Is it Johnson Emmanuel or Michael Okere that says the president is right?
I think both of them. I read the first one with Johnson. He's still on the screen now.
I want us to gather these submissions these mixed reactions by our Nigerians before we talk on it. So please, 1 minute, sir. Okay. There is another comment by Johnson Emmanuel says, people are farming in Nigeria. The problem we have is storage facilities to keep those perishable goods for a very long time. Study shows 75% of agri produce in Nigeria never reach market. All right, Johnson, thank you very much for your submission. Okay, and to those coming into the studio, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. Those just joining the broadcast, thank you for joining. Please do also like this broadcast. I beg, take out time to to like this broadcast. Thank you very much. Okay, let's take submissions still from other Nigerians. This one is by, this is from King. This is from King Nate. It says, we actually do have, but criminals don't allow farming thrive no more. And okay, Franca, that is my boo-boo, so I will just move away from your comment to another person. The Aike says, and you have your men with guns waiting to kidnap, kill people who attempt to farm. This is from Uncle Slee says, that's what you expect from a president that has complete lack of knowledge on economics. Another one will come in next year with zero knowledge, and the circle continues. This one says it's not funny. This is by Sandless22 says, please vote APC. I mean Tinubu in 2023. I don't know why she's laughing. This one we see Gary drink. Tinubu, oh, we no go even see what I said. Talk more of nonsense. Okay, okay, let's take another. No, this is actually not funny, because I remember seeing this. I remember seeing this comment, this news this morning, and I was sick. My whole mood was just, I mean, with what is happening now, how do people farm in the flood? If you have an idea how people can farm and be productive in the flood, please let us know on here. And then there is, I mean, I just read another person's submission saying, how do you expect people to farm? Too much to remember. Just yesterday, we took a story of how 40 people were kidnapped on the farmland. A rich man that owns a farm employed 40 people to farm. These 40 people got kidnapped, and they're demanding for 30 million naira. I mean, how much are they even going to pay those laborers? That the family will now go on something that they were going to either pay 500 or 1,000, or they won't pay 2,000. I mean, cost of labor is relatively cheap in some of these states. So somebody will go and work for a few thousands of naira, and then the family would have to build them with millions. This is the same farmland that you are telling people to go to. And that's why I question strongly when the governor of Zamfara Matawale, you know, opened 45 schools, and as at the next day we're hearing that 8 local governments were shut down because of insecurity. So how is it that you've not taken care of this? And there is this. Then there is the question of, should the whole country be shut down because of this? Well, maybe we need to come to realization that, see, I mean, when there are no lives, when we keep having loss of life on the increase like this, of what use? Of what use is a nation without people in it? Should every Nigerian be mourning? Okay, let's take this by this person. This is by, okay, let's come back up. This is by Masco Baba says, yes, we have farmlands and rain from God, but your kingsmen who are killers, which you have refused to proscribe as terrorists, have been everywhere killing hunters, farmers, and everyone, and robbing them in broad daylight of their sweat and hard-earned farm produce. Killer herdsmen kidnapping people for money, making those farmlands desolate and uninhabitable for the owners. You have failed woefully, Mr. President, in every sector and aspect of the economy, and you have further declined the once fastest growing economy to a haven of thieves and slaughters. You and your entire administration will go down in history as the most corrupt and the worst that ever happened to Nigeria. You should be made to wallow in tears and cry on your knees to beg the Nigerian people for forgiveness. You destroyed Nigeria, Mr. President. We will not forget you. All right, I have more reactions, but that would be it. That was quite, this Masco Baba it just sums it all. Okay, we have more people on here, so let's catch reactions from our own self. Okay, Mr. Machiavelli, you wanted to chip in something. Please go ahead.
I just wanted to put this. My brother said the 75% doesn't get to the point. We know. Now, if the president does not understand our education, now he needs to start learning. There's what we call inflation. And what is inflation? When the supply does not equal the demand. It is not equilibrium. So in the state of Nigeria right now, it is not equilibrium because there is lower the supply and higher the demand. What factors gives that to effect? It means there should be not natural disaster, war, insecurity, killings, or low transportation. If you look at everything now, Nigeria is already, let's say, is at war with the bandits right now, which is already one factor. Insecurity, number two. Low flooding, number three. Everything I've just made mention of, the causes inflation. And this is what Nigeria. Now, the president of Nigeria does not understand that even the government can store food for its own citizens. But because they have failed in every ramification to tackle this thing, and that has led to this kind of things happening. And you want to blame the citizen, even when your own convoy was attacked. That is to say, you as the president has failed. You should not blame Nigeria. You should blame yourself. Even the transportation, they're not going to use fuel. The fuel, do we get it in Nigeria when they are stealing it from the back door in your own presence? And you say you are the commander-in-chief. And you are also the petroleum minister. Oga, it be like say you need to go back. And this indoctrination, when all those your team they put for your head, we want put education. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Chooks, let's have you, please.
Yeah, good morning, Emma. Good morning, fellow panelists and all our viewers. I want to start with the man who said it's laughable, who said God give us rain and the rain is punishing us. They say this is living his duty for Nigerians. You are appointed as a minister to know the problems that will occur and tackle it. And you left what you should have done by building dam, making sure you dredge the river so that when the rain come, it will be a blessing to us. And now you are blaming Nigerians. I mean, it started with Buhari saying that the flood is not from what is it called, Cameroon Dam. That is our problem because we are building and blocking all drainages. Even if we are blocking the drainages, whose duty it is to stop us from doing it? It is the same government that is blaming us. So you see, in Nigeria, I don't understand. You blame us for voting you in. That is the only way I can see it. You are blaming us for voting you in, and you are right. You are completely 100% right, because even all these our senators that make laws, I don't even know what they are doing. In a country like Nigeria, the senators would have put a law to ban all these former militaries because they are coming for revenge. All the suffer they suffered each other. They are taking it out on Nigeria, just like Mr. Machiavelli said. Because of the overthrow and the jailing of Buhari, this is what is taken out on us. But unfortunately, he's taking this out on every Nigerian. So if we want Nigeria to be a better place, the first thing we should look at is to stop all this former military. We are not ripe for that. I remember when Buhari was coming in, they were campaigning. He's a general. In America, generals, when so thing happened, the general took over, was elected, and they dealt with the situation. Yes, they are matured enough to do so. Are we? This is the problem we have. Every time we're comparing ourselves with super nations that we are not even fit to tie their shoes, and we are comparing ourselves to it. This is the problem. Let these people who call themselves legislators, let them start making laws that affect that affect everything that is wrong about Nigeria. This is what they should do. Coming to the education minister, he accepted that he failed today. I hope Tunaja is listening. What is the next step for him to do? He got to get out of that place. If you fail in education, you don't come back. You go back to learn, or you carry over. That is how it is done. So why is he still remaining there? If you have said, I've failed as a minister, I keep banging on this. When he walk out on the students, this is why I said, I don't even know what we have today, if they are real students. Because somebody like me, you walk out on me. You were supposed to be my minister of education, and we called you to discuss the strike, and you walk out on us. They're supposed to be on the street, demanding that this man go. No, we left it. This is the problem with Nigerians. Something will happen, we shout, after one day, you don't hear about it again. So for him to admit that he has failed, Nigerians should get up now to ask him to go. Because it is not we who scored him this time around. He scored himself. So the best thing for us now is to ask him to go. He has no moral justice to stay there. You cannot look. The ASU went on strike. He never showed up one day to discuss with ASU. He managed to show up with the student. He walked away from them, and today he's just telling us that he's failed, and we are still clapping for him. So I listened to some of these newspaper reviews. They're telling us, oh, it's a good news. How good is that news if he has not resigned?
Or rather, of what use is the news if he doesn't step down? That would be the honorable thing to do. And you know, Mr. Chooks, in a bid to correct what is failures over time, the first move for him would be to take out sex education from curriculum, from schools curriculum,
because that is what is affecting him and his family. Exactly. That is what is affecting him in his family. This is why Nigeria, our ministers, they are so myopic that they think Nigeria is their family. That is the problem we are facing. And this is why people are banging on that we are not one Nigeria. Because if you think the North don't need sex education, we need it in the South. Rape is everywhere today. Look, where I live today, once you get into primary school, they start teaching you your body, all parts of your body. And this is why when people who molest children, you see the numbers of people they catch and jailed in this country, because when they start touching those kids where they are not supposed to do, because these kids, they got that sex education. These kids will be bold to report it to the authorities, and that person get picked. Look at, I think, I don't know if it was you who showed that picture of 4 boys raping a 13 years old. If that 13 years old know what is called sex education, he must have known that these people are doing something that will lead to that bigger one that is out today. This is, I mean, this, I don't know. And the minister came today to say, hey, I failed. You see how our prime minister, the recent one, agreed that she failed. What did she do? She resigned. So that the things don't get spoiled. Let them remove this man and bring somebody to bring sanity, especially this ASU. This very ASU, I don't want them to leave this for the next government. I want them to sort this right now. So if they're going to do that, let Buhari take his kinsmen out from there and put somebody who is an academist to deal with this situation. Because we cannot continue 2023 again with this same strike or the next government. You can't leave this for the next government. When we want the next government to come and hit the ground running, not if he comes, he goes back to something that should have been dealt with. So let all Nigerians stand up now, especially the students, because I don't know the use. I don't know the use of the man who's staying longer than today in that office. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. It's good to have you today, and also a big thank you goes to Dr. Gomez. Thank you for your donation. Thank you very much. It's good to have you on this broadcast, Doctor. Thank you. This is by Johnson Emmanuel. It says we need a long-lasting solution to that federal government as to show of shame. In fact, it has become a national embarrassment. Okay, let's
Miss
see.
Ima,
Yes, sir.
please, I just want to say something 1 minute. As to what the question that Johnson Ima asked when he was saying that people can still farm. This Johnson Ima, Johnson Emmanuel, he always contradicts himself every time. I don't understand. Do you remember the rice pyramid they did in Abuja? Where is the rice today, Johnson Ima? That rice pyramid. Just answer me. Thank you.
All right, let's move on to Mr. Pansat. Mr. Pansat, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fine, Emma. Thank you very much. And
All right, welcome to the broadcast. Let's go on with your submission.
thank you. I throw away salute to everybody waiting for this panel and those in the comment section. Dr. Alexander Gomez, my friend. In the last 3 or 4 submissions, I've been trying in my own way to talk to our people, to Nigerians. Even in this platform, not all Nigerians are going to hear me, unfortunately, but those of you who hear me, I appreciate it, and I think it's enough for me. I'll get out what's on my chest. You know, we've been working, all of us here, to make a better choice, to start afresh, be cohesive, choose a government that we deserve, one that's better, one that can change the course. And then today I was meditating. As a matter of fact, I got some text messages from Mommy Diaspora. That's why I came in here. I was gonna stay away because, you know, this is a more serious thing. Earlier today I described our plight. It's more sinister than we're talking about here, and we've been hard hitting here. So I look at our country, our people. As a matter of fact, all Africans. You know, maybe there is something in the gene or something. We are being killed in Nigeria like mosquito. We're being colonized, neo-colonized right now. Colonialism occurs when one country, usually a strong, independent, and rich country, establishes control over the indigenous people of a lesser country. For example, Britain to us. It's a political process of discovering and invading into the governance and politics of a country and enforcing their culture, policies, and mode of operation on the people living in that country, which will be us. But, you know, we were captured, sold as slaves, a lot of things done to us. Okay, that's fine. We sometimes you think about, hey, how come our forefathers did let this happen? But here we are today. We're blessed with all kinds of resources, minerals, oil, people, educated people from the desert in the north all the way down to the coast in the south. And we experienced the last few governments we had in that country, where there's been massacres, where there's been proposal of policy that would actually take the indigenous people's lands. We have girls in a secondary school almost 300 carried away. In Zaria, Kaduna, over 1,000 people were shot, killed in daylight, and buried in mass graves. And then numerous kidnapping ongoing right now. We have a president that will not address the country no matter what's going on. He won't face the press. So for the last 7 years, look at what we're going through. Our money is $1 to 800 naira, whatever it is. There are no hospitals.
895 naira, sir.
Imagine. Okay, because even 1 to 2 should be unacceptable. For example, if I'm president, why should mine be 2 while yours is 1? There is no reason for that. But I'm telling you that after what we're going through, we're in the midst of it right now. We're in the midst of an invasion, actually, not only by Britain, but them using Muslims in the north to deal with us. You think? Look, do you think what we're going through is a normal thing? I mean, it's not even something any other African state will do to one another. We see it all over the continent. It's pure wickedness because we're not like the other countries. I mean, the only other example would be Congo. Look at what they're going through. So they use these people to colonize us. But that is my anger all day and yesterday. And I've expressed them. I have been polite about it. It's not just that these Muslims in the north, Sunni Muslims, that's what it is. Let's be honest. I don't want any friends. I don't want any friends. That's what we're going through. But our brothers in the West, Yorubas, want to collaborate with them and have us keep going through this cycle because we would have been done with it. Us in the East, we say no. Since the 1960s, did some of the soldiers, Nigerian soldiers from the East, make a mistake, do a coup or for whatever reason? Soldiers do what soldiers do. Yes, they made a mistake here and there. They did some things wrong. But since then, before the war, it's only this circle in the last year that we have people from Edo and other areas. Not as much, but from autumn, they're saying, oh no, wait. You're trying to kill us. You're trying to ruin this country. We are going to stop this. That's the only reason why I'm even talking. I'm on Edo platform talking right now anywhere I want. That little ray of light is why I had hope. I said, okay, we're going to try to unify. We're going to do the right thing. I'm very, very happy about it. When I come and I see others from the Edo talking, fighting those who don't want to be fair, my head swells. It's almost spiritual. But in the last 24 hours, I have assessed it. I have done it. I'm a very fair guy. I've assessed it. And unfortunately, I have concluded that it's not going to work. It's not. We have a problem because you have to look back 7 years, 6 years, 5 years, and you have to be upset. If you're not upset at what's going on right now, then you are trying to bring in Labour Party for the wrong reason. It's what's happened to us is unacceptable. So many people killed. They just stopped for the election. How is it going to work? We need the people from the West, For the Yorubas, we need them, but they're not ready for that. I'm telling you, they're not ready for that. Therefore, from today, I'm no longer going to be yearning for election. I think I'm going to prepare for war. It's not going to work. We have 300 girls kidnapped from a secondary school for many years now. And we have people stopped from going to the farms. So when there's a flood, there's no help. When there's, no matter what our people are going through, we're not considered as citizens. We're not human beings. The entire, you see people come here. My brother, Alexander Gomez, is a friend of mine. I listen to him talking nonsense every day. It's at another forum, boasting about Lagos, this. All the oil that come from Niger Delta built Lagos. We say our Lagos, our capital, we'll go there. You could live and work anywhere in Nigeria. So we're building our capital just like here in the United States. New York is the financial capital of the United States. Washington, D.C. is the political capital. Oh no. My friend Alexander, an educated man here, doctor, is talking nonsense every day. He wouldn't come up here. He's in the chat room right now. I want him to come here. Come on the platform. I'm proud of you. I like you, but you can't be coming here, toying around, giving money to the moderator, talking nonsense. Then you go with kids in one man's forum and perpetuate the thing that's got us down. No, I'm out. We have a problem. It's a waste of time. A lot of our people are getting killed. There's no break. Thank you.
Miss Ima, 1 second, please. Can you just give me 5 minutes to address something here? I don't know if you can. Am I being permitted?
Yes, please, Mr. Makaveli.
All right. Thank you very much, my brothers and sisters. Mr. Panzer, I understand the way you feel. I feel the same way. You know, but when I started coming here, I made a pledge to defend my country. I started this course 3 years back. I think Mr. Nanjawaj can bear me witness. I believe, and before the advent of this revolution or something like that, before the NSAS protest, we've started this course. And we normally tell you guys here how they were mocking us, how they thought we cannot do anything, how they thought we're just bunch of kids, on the internet and talking nonsense, how they call us names. But don't give up, my brother. Because if you can come here and be honest to tell the Nigerians what is going on, how we have to fight for our country, it shows that you are a hero. It shows how brave you are, how patriotic you are, and how committed you are for the development of your country. And I must salute you of how you put that heroism in you. And if you look at us right here, these are men and women who has put their life. We have things to do. Some of us, 99% of us are at work. But we choose to come here to give back the education which the Nigerian government has always indoctrinated the people. And that is why you have this. My brother, war cannot be the option. In a democratic society, we just want what is called dialogue. I told you once here, we need a national dialogue from the wounds they've inflicted on us. I am not your enemy. You are not my enemy. But when I look back what happened during the Civil War, I shed tears. Most of you here, you've seen me when I shed tears. It's not because I just want to cry. It's because of the pains they've inflicted on those people who never got justice. But yeah, we being aware, and thank God to the social media that most of you here, I don't know you, you don't know me, but we come here to call ourselves brothers and sisters. What unites us is here, this channel. And that is why none of you can tell that Mr. Machiavelli is always somewhere else talking. Because I believe where I stand, whatever I say, that is where I'm going to stay. And it will never change. I urge you, my fellow Nigerians, never give up. Mandela spent 27 years in jail to liberate a country, and he only ruled for one term and gave it back to them. That is a proper democratic person. Share, equal Betsunum. Let us have that spirit to say, let us be our brother's keeper. Let us not say because we are different, we speak different tribes, we come from different geopolitical zones, therefore we are enemies. We are all brothers and sisters. What binds us together is we all possess the Nigerian passport, and we are all Nigerians. Please, my brother, join us. We are here to give back the education to those who have been indoctrinated. They have been indoctrinated. I tell you every time here, but nobody believes it. But we are here 24/7 to give them that roadmap, to tell them that it is not so. Nigeria has not been united like this. And that is why they are afraid now. There's turbulence. Because they see now that the Nigerians have woken up. It is no longer business as usual. My brother, please, let us be pan-Nigerian. Not the ones the article are saying. We are the pan-Nigerians who came out from our various locations to give back what we have learned somewhere else to the betterment of our country. And we must deliver. And how do we deliver it? Is by having a peaceful dialogue within ourselves, regardless of our differences, to say our goal is to liberate Nigeria, to give back the dividends of democracy which these people have stolen. Please, my brother, don't be fed up. I love you all here. You are my brothers and sisters. I will never hate you. I want to sit down to talk to you. Tell me what is wrong, and I'll tell you also what is wrong. Then we can have a proper roadmap. My brother, I beg you in the name of God, don't leave us. We will all come out as heroes. And our children's children will remember what we are doing today. It is not easy, but they say 1,000 miles begins with a single step. We will gradually get there. Thank you very much, everyone. God bless you all.
All right, thank you very much for that, Mr. Machiavelli. Thank you so very much. And with that, I would just say a line. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. It is not easy to beat the person that will not give up. So, and we know that nothing good comes easy. So let's just, keep the spirit high, refuse to fall by the wayside of life. Let's keep pushing. We will achieve this together. Together, we will achieve this. To the likes of Mr. Pansat and to every other Nigerian who is, getting to that point where they think this will just not work. Please, let us not give up. We will get there. It's not going to be easy. Like in the publication from Adebanjo, it says that making Obi the president is no tea party. Something in that, making Obi president is no tea party. I mean, we know what is happening in the Afenifere. We see the way they are joining forces to fight this new Nigeria that we are clamoring for. So we cannot, if the people oppressing us are not tired, if the president dared to come out and say on Wednesday, I mean just a couple of days, that either we go and farm or we die of starvation, then we cannot afford to give up to these ones.
Thank you.
Who is on the Oh, okay. Mr. Benja, good day to you, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you right there. Thank you very much for joining us today. And my attention be drawn to this, and I need to come in, especially when you have everything to do with one of our own, Mr. Pansat. I'll take this through first. Work hard for what you want because it won't come to you without a fight. You have to be strong, courageous, and know what you can do anytime you put in your mind. If somebody puts you down or criticize you, just keep believing in yourself until you achieve that goal. Mr. Pansat, thank you very much for speaking out. At least for that alone, I have so much respect for you. But I want to let you know that if you think that this fight, just because of one person you want to give up, it means you're going to put a lot of us in pains. I believe everybody are entitled to what they want. Even when they know it's wrong, they are still entitled to it because it's their life. But one thing you must understand is your belief that matters so much. Me that is talking to you today, the owner of this media, I don't come on air to tell anybody what I pass through. Because if I do today, people will sympathize with me and say, oh, sorry, okay, blah, blah, blah. If I do the next day, I will still see one or two sympathies. But if I do the next, the third time, people will say, now only in the year, I beg, make it enter house. That is the reason why I don't bother at all. We face a lot of temptations, insult every day on my email, on our WhatsApp, everywhere, on our inboxes. And apart from that, you know how it is that in everybody that talks here, most people hide their faces, while some few, let me say few, bring out their faces. But me that is talking to you right now, I show my face here day in, day night. It means I'm dedicated to what I'm doing. All my life, I don't have anything to hide. I'm fighting for Nigeria to become a better place. And I'm blessed to have people like you who is joining me to do this. And with you, Mr. Panzer, to say you want to give up on this fight, it breaks my heart even hearing it. You have not given up yet. You cannot give up. Because if you give up, I will lose interest as well. A lot of people out there will lose interest. My brother that just finished talking, Mr. Israel, will lose interest. A lot of people will. If anybody backslide, it's not enough for you to give up. These pains is affecting every one of us individually. Please, Mr. Pansat, regardless of anything, please just move on and continue to speak positive to this goal. Don't give up on this. Because every one of us needs encouragement now. Every one of us. If I come here to say, oh, from tomorrow, I don't want to use my media to talk about Peter Obi again. I'm done. I'm this. I'm not that. A lot of people will eat me raw.
We'll send you to jail.
Yeah, that's just the fact. They will eat me raw. Please, Mr. Pansat, you are one of our backbones. Your voice alone means a lot to me. Brother Nice is here with us every blessed day. That's a great encouragement. Machiavelli, Shooks, Prince Collins, ECBD, many more, they are here with us. What about the comment section? Even the Alexander Gomez that we are talking about, it's just somebody that we need to talk to. Because we need to know where he stands. Because he's also one of us. The situation in Nigeria is affecting every one of us. Please, Mr. Pansat, I don't want to hear this. You must stay with us. If you know you're a patriotic Nigerian, if you know you are really here to liberate the common Nigerians, you must stay with us, regardless of any kind of stone thrown at you. Thank you very much. I just wanted to add that. Back to you, Ima.
Yeah, Emma, let me just say one thing there. I thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate you guys. I love you guys here. Brother Israel, I appreciate what you said. And I would stay and fight. Miss Dr. Gomez is a very, very nice person. Very, very, I introduced him the first time he came here on this platform. It's a great guy. and he is very important. One of the most important thing about him, Imo government, both the governors and others, they come to his house. He's married to an Igbo woman who is related to some high-nosed politicians in Imo State. And Dr. Gomez is the one that's funding the one-man show. And of course, he, as you could see on the screen right now, he does his best here as well. But one thing I need from Dr. Gomez, who I have respect for, I'm probably older than him, but let's just say we're about the same age here. I want him on board, not to change, not to do anything differently, but just to be a patriotic Nigerian between now and February. Let's do the right thing. Don't placate this monster over there at the one-man show as your younger brother or whatever. That doesn't make any sense. You are a very important person for us right now. We need you. And I'll try to seek another platform to talk to you. Maybe mano a mano, I want to talk to you. So part of my what I've been doing as I go to platforms, I'll close this because I see others came in that want to talk. But this is not a joke. I'm very, very serious about this. We need Dr. Gomez to do the right thing because he's just a nice guy. So the last person that talks to him, he doesn't want anybody beat down. That's the only reason why he does that. If you're going to beat down on one man, he's going to support him right now. If you're going to beat up on me, he's going to support me. I will talk to him privately. So thank you very much, Emma. And I'm in the fight. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Prancer, thank you for that. And Dr. Gomez, thank you. I wish, I'll be invited into this little meeting of you guys. But please, let's keep it to as many that feel this way too. I mean, you see the way the thing just go right here. With what love can I do? They say much more love can do it. Let's use love to pass our message across. I don't think it is time for the violence to carry by force just yet. We'll move on to another person. But Dr. Gomez, thank you so very much for your donation. Thank you, and it's good to have you on this broadcast. Let's move on to Prince Collins. Prince Collins, how are you doing today? Thank you for being here. Let's just go straight with your submission.
I'm okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ima. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, I think I've been in the background since I just came in, actually to contribute to our brother that was just, expressing his dismay as regard the name Dr. Gomez and other than there with brother Israel Machiavelli, and I was coming in to actually pacify the issues. I think I just have little things to say actually, because they've said what I was about saying, because everything is about resilience and patriotic confidence, and we should be confident enough to prove ourselves right at all times instead of proving others wrong. Because this fight is a very, very strong fight, and we can't even believe it. This is just the beginning of it. As I've been saying this so many times, it's just the beginning of it. Because if we look at where we are coming from, we should know that where we are going is not easy. And the only way we can get there is to have that spirit of continuity and confidence and innovative ideas to back up our ability at all time. So we should try and prove ourselves right all the time instead of proving others wrong, because everybody have important ideas. And as you just said, with what you said lately, Mr. Pouncer, it's like Dr. Gomez is on ground in Nigeria. So if you are a typical Nigerian, you should know the way politics goes, and someone should know his limit, just like Mr. Obi is knowing his limit right now. You might enter Dr. Gomez innermost mind now. You'll be surprised that he's strongly for Obi. Because he's on ground and because people around him, you need to be very careful to make a choice of whatever he's doing. So I think that is very important. because what keeps you going is when you are still around. So, having said that, you spoke about, I'm particularly interested in things you spoke about before you came about Dr. Gomez's issue. You spoke about the way our leaders are behaving and the attitude of our leaders and the way they frustrate us. And I see that everything you are saying is directed towards our leaders frustrating our efforts, betraying us at all times. If you look at black man race, for what you said you don't know what is in black man race, whether there is something in the gene that has to do with disappointment and betraying. Yeah, I'll be thinking of that all the time, because when I look at the history of black man right from slavery, enslavement, the cause of slavery was actually caused by the black people to their own brothers. And they'll be waiting for apology for slavery. I wonder when the black people say they are waiting for the white people to come and apologize to them because what they've done to them is slavery. They didn't ask our forefathers that were leading us at that time, like the people that were traditional heads that were, betraying our people and taking them to slavery. The white people didn't come to the community to pick people, one by one for slavery. It is our black to black that was betraying man betraying. Bob Marley said, "Man to man is unjust." Black person will betray another black person and go and sell him for slavery for money. We know strong people today that are still around, that their forefathers were actually selling humans as slaves to white people. So the first betrayal that comes to us is our brothers. We don't have that love. And if you are in the midst of these Western people, the first thing they tell you is they are brother first. They love themselves. And when you don't love yourself, you can't love others. And if you don't love people around you, you don't love your environment, things will work well, because this is the love that you have for your environment that will make you talk about innovation and positive change. That is the problem we'll be having today. And that same problem, after slavery, they became colonialism started. The same our people that will frustrate the effort of our warriors and sell them to these people, and they come and destroy us and begin to colonize us and evacuate us, whatever they are doing. So they came in with independence after they were tired. And don't forget that they always come in with all these things. They came with independence and they were tired. They said, okay, we should have independence. Yet black people they've had their independence, especially in Nigeria. We still, put people to govern us. They still take this money, gather it, and take it back to these white people. Are you not surprised to see that kind of genetic thoughts and ideas? They will still gather this money by themselves. Instead of using it to build their land, they will take it back to these people. It means these people, they always call them. There is a spirit they used to call them to bring it. If you look at Nigerians now, Nigerian leaders, people that have ruled for a very long time, they carry the money and take it back to white land and put it in the bank. The rich Western world today, the money they have in their bank is African and third world money. People just go and bank it there. They cannot store it. So if you look at it, it's still the same betraying among us, which we are still going to keep talking about. We are still going to keep emphasizing it. We are going to keep laying hands on it to make sure that, because it's a gradual process. Rome was not built in one day. So if we expect that, if we want things to change, in a few days, it's going to be very difficult, because where we are going is very, very far, and the road is very narrow. That is the only way I can describe it. The road is very narrow. If you look at the political scene, yeah. If you look at the political scene, let me quickly conclude that the political scene right now does not allow that. So we should keep doing what we are doing, while we begin to pray that God should support us. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. It's good to have you on this broadcast. Let's move on to Mr. NCPD.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. NCPD, how are you doing? Thank you for being on this broadcast.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. Well, I don't know why my brother, Mr. Pansat, has left, but I hope he comes back home. Well, you see, the thing is that this is the frustration, and I'm also surprised that Mr. Pansat is saying that he might be older than Dr. Alexander Gomez. I think I've seen Alexander Gomez. If that is the case, then Pansat is not a small man. No. because from his voice you might think he's in his 40s or late 30s. So it's okay. Well, the thing is that it's just quite unfortunate that some of us. I was on another platform yesterday. I was trying to pass the same message across. It's quite unfortunate that some of us are still not thinking of um, this political revolution and trying to make things work in the country. Some of us are still playing along to the same old politics that these people have always presented whenever they want to, just reshuffle themselves, because that's exactly what they're doing, reshuffling themselves. The same group of people reshuffling themselves to protect their interests. Nothing new, nothing new. Apart from this hope of Labour Party now, and maybe one or two other parties, but Labour Party, because of at least they are kind of in the forefront. There's no there's no hope any other place. These same people that you're talking about, PDP, most of them they just moved from APC. They were, in fact, the ones in APC were originally in PDP. So what are we talking about? And it's not just the fact that they are moving from party to party. It's it's just shocking that they are still with the same ideology, including the wicked that we are sometimes that look like we are trying to commend based on what he's doing recently. But it's still the same people, money politics. If he is that different totally, why is he not coming out and declaring his support for Peter Obi? Okay, we can assume maybe behind the scene and all that, but we cannot go by assumptions. So it's just quite unfortunate that in 2022, with everything going on, some of our people are still doing this. And I understand the frustration of Pansat, because quite a number of us share the same. But I also want him to realize that we, as much as we don't say it, or as much as we might have not even thought about it, there's a huge difference between, uh, you see, it's not just the North. It's not just the northern political cabal, that has been responsible for what is going on in Nigeria. We have people from the south, southeast, south, southwest. The same, there are those politicians that are in court. These people are it's more like a cult or something. It's a cult of the oppressors. They don't have tribe. They only come and use this tribe thing when they want to get themselves into, power, because they understand the sensibilities of the masses. They understand the sensibilities of, the indigenous people of different regions. So the way they will be able to play on your emotion is by coming to tell you Yoruba Lokan, Emi Lokan. That is why you will find somebody who will come out and some people will still come and do a match or work, whatever they did for him in Lagos. Because to them, it is all about my own person. And the other person is just there laughing. If it was all about his own Yoruba for him, why did he not support Sunday Igboho? Why did he come and ask everybody where are the cows that they say that these people are? Why did he discredit everything that Sunday Igboho and others were doing to protect, the Yoruba, the Southwest farms and all that? So please let us be wise. Let us understand that. I would even understand you better if you're coming out and saying that you're supporting somebody that is pushing for maybe restructuring, and or maybe pushing for even secession or whatever. How I can understand that. But you're supporting someone that wants to be a president of Nigeria, someone that came out, and openly said how he brought this present administration in power. Look at the man that is even running with. Do we need to go there? Someone that has openly told everyone that is going to be in charge of the security. Where do they do that? Okay, who will be the commander-in-chief? That is telling everybody that is going to be in charge of the security, and the other one will be in charge of economy. So that is to tell you that if you put whoever if you vote for whoever you think you're voting for because it's from your tribe, you are actually not voting for him, because these people have already made a deal. So let us be wise. Let us not, please, allow these people to. I can't say Yoruba people, because to be honest with you, we have already mixed in terms of society, our culture, all that. That's why we are, we cannot say all that, but at the same time, we must be able to call out the political, these corrupt politicians from your region, and don't take it to heart. Don't see it as an attack on the Yoruba people or the Southwest. No, we are just calling out all these opportunistic, corrupt politicians that are capitalizing on the fact that you're from the same tribe with them to try and misdirect the people. So that's all I have to say for now. Thank you.
All right,
Emma,
thank you very much. Thanks,
Emma,
CBD. Yes.
can you give me one minute, please?
Okay, I'm counting.
Yeah, it's the issue with Nigeria is this. Let's not face the fact, right? If we cannot live together, let us separate. It's as simple as ABCD. I hear people make this argument. It is the same politicians, right? When they separate, that will be in charge of this. The answer is complete no. Every region knows how to hold their politicians accountable. Let us know. I had a professor in one of the forums I visited saying this, and I was so ashamed of that professor. Let's take example of NSAS. The South got up to say, no, we don't want this. What did the North do? They said we wanted to seize power by force. Okay? Every region knows how to hold their politicians accountable. If you go to the North, right, what they do is alabeabaka kabamu, meaning let God give you so that bless you, so that you bless us. That is not the way it is in the South. That is this. You see, this common truth I said now is the same reason people come to tell us, oh, we cannot hold these people, because they know how to respect their people. For example, if you go to South West, right, when the Oba says it's final, you go to the North, when the Emir says it's final, you come to Southeast, it's a lie. You have to prove it that what you are saying is the right thing to do. So let us not continue to deceive ourselves. I am for Nigeria, but if Nigeria will continue to cost me my life, my children's life, and my grandchildren's life, let us go our way. Thank you.
All right, thank you for your contribution to that. If you're just joining us, you are somewhat late, but you can always watch this broadcast. Thank you for being here. This is our newspaper reviewed. Do well to like this broadcast, share, invite someone onto the broadcast, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on your notification bell. So as many that have supported us, so as many that have supported us with super chats and super thank to as many, or do I just say Dr. Gomez, you each and every one of you, how far? Please do also support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. Please take our time to support us. It costs a lot to be on here, to run this broadcast. It costs a lot. So please encourage us by supporting us. Thank you very much. If you're watching the broadcast, if you're watching the replay, hi, how you doing? My name is Ima. It's good to be here. How are you? What is your name? All right, please do well to support us by clicking on the super thanks. The super thanks option is just beneath the video. Yes, you can see it as we talk. Do well to support us. This measure is very safe and secured. Do well to support us, please. Thank you very much. You are not left out. Thank you very much. So today on our newspaper review, we've talked about We talked about the budget. Let's start with the budget. Talked about the budget. The federal government intends to borrow from. They intend to borrow from China. They intend to borrow from Portugal. They intend to borrow from Turkey to complete the railway project. And of course, they would have to even borrow more because of the inflation, because of the exchange rate. So the figures that we have right now, they have to augment it. It just has to go higher. Let's just say that everything has just gone up. And now we are dealing with 865 naira to a dollar. That's if I'm even right. If I am current. 865 naira to a dollar. We've seen all of this. Party Banjo has come out to say making Obi president is no tea party. We'll also have a young Nigerian, a 28-year-old man, based in the UK, that stabbed his sister, also stabbed the mother to death, unfortunately. And we have another Nigerian who just became a US Army General, Amanda Azubuike. Kudos to her. We have all of this. The president on Wednesday, in an interview with a Hausa-based TV station, has come out to, or during the interview, has said to Nigerians that either you go and farm or you starve to death. We are blessed with everything. We have the farmlands, and God has provided the rain, the flood for us to use. Okay, so that's as much as we have on our newspaper review today. Thank you for joining the conversation, and I hope you did. If you didn't, join us live Monday through to Saturday, 10 a.m. Nigerian time for our newspaper review. We discuss what is on the paper, we analyze it, we share better submissions, witty submissions on here. Thank you very much for joining us, and we cannot wait to welcome you to the Niger Watch family. Do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel and join our WhatsApp group. Yes, do well to join our WhatsApp group. We have one person, Mr. Alex. How are you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. It's a beautiful day, and I'm grateful.
Yes, I greet the panelists. I greet you. I greet the owner of the platform and those on the comment section. Yes, I've been following the events. I've been listening from my place of work. I just want to quickly come in and also talk about something. Yes, I heard somebody expatiating about the colonial masters and what they did. Yes, I want to take it up from there. Vis-a-vis the corruption that we have, the leadership failure that they want to push to the citizens. Yes, leaders were once citizens, like some people will always argue. We've not been blessed enough to have great leaders as to those that fought for the independence. I may offend some people now, but I have to tell you the way it is so that you can prepare yourself for the days ahead in this country. By the grace of God, I live here and I'm grateful to God for His mercy. And we don't have independence in Nigeria and most African and third world countries. What they gave you was a fraudulent independence. We call it in politics flag independence. But we don't have political and economic independence. So they just take out people who are sound, people who can challenge them, and they put people they can control in every country. This is what they do, these colonial powers. So what most countries do in South America and some other second world country in Asia, they fought. Unfortunately, if things continue in Nigeria like this, let's hope Obi wins, but if it goes the other way around, Nigeria is going to, it's normal, it's going to go into a second civil war. Unfortunately, that is a prediction. That is it. We can't fool ourselves. People are hungry. People are dying. The roads are not passable. Imagine our students were home for 8 or 7 months. The dollar to naira is like a disaster. Everything is bad. People are running out of the country in drones. If you go to the airport, international airport, it's like a marketplace because of the brain drain. Our professionals are living in every area of life. Call it agriculture, call it even, I'm hearing that 20% of our teachers have already left school. The university teachers, they've all left. Some of them even prefer to do meaner jobs abroad than to wait on government money that may never come. You cannot continue to run a nation like this. And these leaders, they steal this money, take it to the Western world. And the Western world take this money from them, give them tea and coffee to drink, send them away with a leaf, a paper to show that you have money here. You see the foolishness of a black man. You came with so much resources, and you live with one piece of paper saying that you have money somewhere. That's a foolishness. And these guys use this money to develop themselves, to pay child support, to pay unemployment benefits, to fix their electricity, to service their security, to revamp their youth empowerment system. This is where the paradox is. And the Western world, they cannot come and interfere in your country directly, but they supply weapons to these leaders. We saw weapons in video on the Nigeria platform. Who gave these weapons to these X-Men, to these politicians who are masterminding the killings nationwide? Who is supporting them? Who are the Western world countries supporting the killings in Nigeria? Guys, you must be prepared for a war. A war will definitely come if Obi is not in the picture. Obi is the only rope holding all of us. You can't continue to push people. I haven't exhausted all means of dialogue. The only way out is to fight and divide this country. If Obi will come in, they will do it in a very democratic way, like restructuring, so that people can hold those in their regions accountable. Fine, but otherwise, if they want to use the Fulani oligarchy, if they want to use sentiments on next year's election, kiss Nigeria goodbye, because you cannot continue to live like this. Our young people are just dying from a lot of things that we don't know. Drug addictions. Some of them don't. Do you know the suicide rate in Nigeria now? It's not even accounted for. We don't have database. We have leaders who just move around with, flying clothes, like what we call in our local language, agbada. They just move around and they just, exhibit or they showcase what they've achieved with the stolen wealth. Imagine a senator bragging online that he has 24 cars in his compound, 11 Lamborghinis, 6 Ferraris, 3 G-Wagons, and so on and so forth. A lot of them showcase their mansions in Dubai, their full street in New York. They show their houses in Brooklyn. They show their houses in Singapore. I'm hearing that the Singaporean economy is built with 15% of a late Nigerian politician from the South. So the whole thing is a mess. Imagine 2022, we are still battling power cuts, electricity, and you are blaming citizens. The citizens are the most resilient set of humans on the planet. These things happening, half of it will not happen in any country around the world, and there will not be a bloody civil war. Nigerians are patient. They've shown it all over the world. They've shown it in their areas of activities worldwide in the diaspora. Nigerians are law-abiding. They are wonderful people. They want to do the right thing, but they have a set of leaders that just need to get out of you. They just need to be, publicly executed. These guys. I'm sorry, I'm going raw. I'm going ballistic. But this situation in Nigeria now, it just needs the truth to be told. Let's stop, blindfolding people. The truth is that you have leaders who don't love you, who don't care about you, who care about going on medical trips abroad and destroying your hospitals instead of fixing as we speak. The number one citizen of the country is in London on the medical tourism. What are we not talking about? And you cannot boast of a world-class medical facility nationwide. Our senators go abroad, our governors go abroad for medical tourism. Our ambassadors, they all go abroad. And you expect the citizens to be clapping for you. Your children are in Harvard, Oxford, and you shut down schools for 8 months. And farmers are not in farm. You unleash insecurity nationwide. You sign a deal with some useless miscreant called bandits. You unleash them on the whole nation. A train was kidnapped. 900 passengers. About 45 were killed. And up till now, we cannot find these criminals. And you tell me our youth should be quiet about that? A federal maximum security prison was broken. Up till now, Criminals are not paraded. Months after, Buhari is telling us yesterday that investigation is not completed. And you expect citizens to just continue to go with you like a blind? No! We are in the era of technology. The youth have access to internet. They know how things are being done in different parts of the world. They know how their counterparts are living worldwide. My friend who lives in Norway, he told me he lost his job. Guess what? He went to an office, a government office. They just gave him a card. From that card, he can pay his rent. He can feed himself for the next 2 years. And the government is helping. They gave him an address, a job place where he can go and get a new job in the next 6 months. He said for 2 years, the government will pay him because he has been paying his taxes. He has been working hard. He has paid his dues. In Nigeria, you lose your job, you feel like committing suicide. In Nigeria, there is nothing. They just remember citizens when it's time to obey the law. And when it's time to deliver dividends of democracy, like infrastructural development, good roads, water to drink, electricity, good schools, medical care, agriculture. No. Citizens are not worthy to have these things. Guys, you can't continue like this. Something is looming. Something is breathing. It's overdue unless Peter Obi comes in to deactivate this Talitobai, this time bomb, this T-bomb that is still loading. It's just a bomb loading. It's just a civil war loading. So we can't continue a section of a country just think they are more Nigerian than most Nigerians. You can imagine a nation where the four most powerful positions are held by a people from one section. The president is from there, is from the north. The attorney general is from the north. The IG of police is from the north. Senior president is from the north. And you expect young people to keep quiet. This is why a lot of killings were happening that gave birth to the NSAS. And NSAS is just paused. It's a suspended movie. It's going to come up again. Should Peter Obi win, everything will start taking shape. Healing will take place. Otherwise, guys, get yourself ready. Unfortunately, I'm with Mr. Pansat on this. We have to get ready to do this thing. If these guys would not do it with the pen and paper, we'll do it ourselves. I'm not calling for war, but I have my PVC. We will vote. I believe in democracy. But with the way things are going, these guys are not ready to think. They don't want to think twice. As we speak, they are still borrowing. Their children are still living abroad. They are still going on medical tourism. Nothing is working down there. Our governors, our senators are also culpable. These are political surrogates of those in Abuja. We need an urgent intervention in the Nigerian situation. Celebrities are even calling for the government to rethink because they are pushing the citizens to the wall. It's too much. The rich are getting richer. The poor are just lamenting the abject poverty. Do you know that somebody came to my house yesterday? I'm not trying to be braggadocious. I'm just telling you, do you know what he came to ask me? He said, my brother, we need food. A man with 3 children. He said, I've not been paid for 2-3 months. We need food. Anything you have. I got inside, I gathered a few things, I accompanied it with some money and I gave him. If I don't give him, tomorrow if he becomes a criminal, because he lives in my street, I will be among his targets. These are Nigerians are living now. Brotherhood. So guys, we continue to vote, to campaign for Peter Obi. We continue to, because he's the only hope right now. Should anything happen next year to the election vote, or should it go otherwise, Nigeria won't last 2 months. Trust me. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that, Mr. Alex. It's always good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you. Okay, and then to Madam Elizabeth Megafo, what are we talking about? Is it for flu? I think that's the only way I know where this therapy or method is applied. So let me know what we are on about, please. Thank you very much. Okay, we have Mr. Tunaija. Tunaija, good day to you, sir. How are you doing?
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Thank you for having me.
To respond to something that Mr. Alex said. So we are running out of time. We have 2 minutes, so please keep to time. 2 minutes.
Yeah, I really appreciate you letting me on. I know I came in late. Sorry to everyone, and greetings to everyone on the panel, chat, and the viewers. About the general that we are seeing in the picture, I think we should be proud, but we shouldn't be happy. Because there is this element that we are happy about our people doing well overseas. It's a very terrible this thing to be happy about, because they are going overseas to serve the people that are tearing our economies apart. And that's something we shouldn't be happy about, but we should be proud that a Nigerian is able to accomplish those things. But it tells us what we can accomplish ourselves. About what Alex is saying, you know, you said in one breath. I'm not trying to be mean to you in any way. I'm just trying to so that you understand your statement sometimes. When you are saying that foreigners are manipulating us and are partly responsible for, you know, because in the end we are ultimately responsible for some of the problems we are having, and that if Peter Obi is not there, then it could result in a civil war. You have to understand that if you do that, you are giving them exactly what they want. That's how we lost the continent in the first place, when we are busy fighting ourselves. Family that is fighting, they will never grow, they will never develop. And it frightens me sometimes when we put so much emphasis on one man's fate, and it tells us how fragile we are. Because I worry every day when Peter Obi is walking around, no security and all that. Because if anything happens to Peter Obi right now, or maybe when he is even elected, he has not been sworn in, all hell will break loose in Nigeria. How did we get to a point whereby one man's loss of life could mean total anarchy in the country? And we have to, tells us the fragility of the state that we are in. And we have to be careful the kind of words we use, because people are out there targeting our systems. I even had an American general yesterday. These people, they don't play around. They are not like us. This guy, they told him that the Russians have thousands of rockets in the nuclear weapons, and he's still willing to take the risk of poking them, saying that Russia is not going to use it. And this is where these people think. If they can poke somebody with thousands of nuclear weapons, what do you think we are to them? We have to be really, really ready to face anything. And I worry that our people are not ready.
Sorry,
So
just let me interject you just 30 seconds. Well, you are saying that how did we get to a point where one man's loss of life could mean war? How can you say that, knowing clearly that nations even go to war against each other if one of their leaders is killed by the other one? So why are we saying that now?
no,
How much
because
more a civil war inside the country? Of course, people here will break loose now. What happened what happened with Abiola? Didn't it result to a very serious riot in the southwest?
that's true. I agree with you, but it tells us the fragility of our state. The Israeli president was killed by right-wing Assad of Egypt was assassinated. People get assassinated all the time, but it doesn't lead to a conflagration. And it tells you the way the Nigeria is right now, the way everybody is looking at everything. And that kind of state is very fragile. And because we, Nigeria, holds the black faith in our hands, Africa in our hands, and we are this fragile, it means that foreigners, when they look at us, if I was the foreigner, I'll say, this people, I can do anything I like with them. All I have to do is take that guy out. You don't understand the forces at play here, and we should know this.
How it works in the world. And the example you gave also is not correct, my brother. The Israeli president you're saying was removed by the right wing.
Was killed.
Was killed by exactly. Was killed by the right wing. So why did you think they did not fight among themselves? It was because majority of the people was not on his side. So we are talking about when somebody that represents the people's interest is taken away from them. What
they
do you think
were on his side? You know why they didn't go to war? Because they see a bigger enemy around them, surrounding them. Israel sees a bigger enemy, Arabs surrounding them, and we don't see it. The whole world is surrounding us, and we don't see the danger.
No, and
that
also,
is the difference between them and us.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make us even.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Go ahead.
Let's use something that
And sorry. Let me just quickly put this. Sorry. One thing on Sun today we have a debate. I think let's take it to the debate today by 6 o'clock. Let everybody come and debate this issue because this calls for debate.
My point is that the Israeli example you gave, it was not assassinated outside Israel. It was done by the right wing inside Israel. So how
yes, and he had the support of the people. When you say he doesn't have the support of the people, that's false, because he was elected. He had the support of the people. He was going to sign a peace deal with the Palestinians. They got rid of him. And the only reason why the Israelis didn't go to war is because they understand that their enemies surround them.
Who are the
All right.
majority? Okay, that's a different argument, but that's a different argument.
But you
Mr.
see,
NCB,
you used to
it will be
misunderstand the
fair.
situation.
It will be fair if you allow him finish his submission, but then again, Mr. Tunaja, 2 minutes is far over. Please,
Okay,
let's.
I'm sorry for that. It's just that sometimes
No,
when
no,
I
it's
know
all right.
something.
It's fine. It's fine. Please just put your mic on mute. It's fine, please. Let's just go on. All right. A big shout out to each and every one of you that has participated in our newspaper review today. A big shout out to, I don't know, GRKM. What does that mean? Okay, but thank you for being here, Johnson Emmanuel. It's been me and you from start to finish, and it's good to see. Thank you for being here, Johnson Emmanuel. Thank you, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you, Madam Elizabeth. Thank you, Mr. Tunaja. Thank you to each and every one of you, Abasimi. Thank you very much for being on here, and to my amazing panelists. A big shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you very much. But nice, we've come to the close of today's segment. This is where you get to give your final submission to Nigerians in view and in light of what the paper says.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Ima. Yeah, we have said a lot already. Yeah. What I just want to let Nigerians understand that whenever you are working, doing whatever you are doing, if you choose to vote the Kaaba, the same people, remember that passport that you are holding in your hands. There is a Nigerian bloodshed in that passport. A lot of people that were killed in Lekki, their blood is in that passport. All the people that are killed by insecurity, their blood is in that passport. Never you forget those things. Because I believe if we think of those things, many of us will not be saying those things that we are saying today. You understand? A lot of Nigerian youth's blood has been shared in that passport. So we should be very conscious of anything concerning Nigeria. Anything that represents Nigeria, we should be conscious of them. Anything, we don't have anything that we have benefited from that country. The passport we are holding in our hand, there's a lot of bloodshed on that passport. You understand? So that is what I just want Nigerians to understand, so that you will know where you belong whenever you are doing your submission. Whenever you are doing things, think of the people that have died for that thing that you are doing. You understand? If you are making the right choice or the wrong choice. So that is just all I would say for now, Ms. Ima. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so very much. Let's have Mr. Machiavelli. Mr. Machiavelli, thank you. Please, your final submission on this. All right, we might have to come back to Mr. Machiavelli.
Sorry, I'm here. Thank you very much, my lovely people, and I greet all of you. The one thing I would just want to say, please, we know what's going on in Nigeria. Like I told you guys, war is not the options. Let us try to engage ourselves. I think we might find a meaning towards it. But that notwithstanding, we have today's debate day. I think this calls for a debate, what we all need to do. But I call on everybody who is present here now to come on the debate. Let us debate this. We're all brothers. We don't hate ourselves. Let us try and look for a democratic process to heal us this wound. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for that, Mr. Machiavelli. Let's quickly move on to Mr. Chooks. Mr. Chooks, your 1 minute submission, please. All right, okay, we'll move on from Mr. Chooks to Mr. Nsibidi. Mr. Nsibidi, let's go with your submission, please.
Can I go ahead?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, yeah, thank you. Well, I'm sorry for if it looks like I interrupted, but it's just that I'm very much sensitive to some kind of how do I say? I think Tunaja was talking about this Rabin, Yitzhak Rabin of Israel. So, and I know about those stories and all that because at some point, those are places of, So, what is it? What I'm trying to say is that let us like exactly what Pansat said earlier on. The frustration is that we are trying our best. Some of us have seen what our people is going through, and we are trying our best to change the narrative. We are trying our best to elect leaders that have vision, that that have the good of the people at heart, that have a blueprint to coming out of all of this, or at least most of it. And yet some of us are still allowing ourselves to be used by politicians that have been there, that, like what Trump said at some point, the politicians in Africa are richer than the politicians in the developed world. So how is that even possible? And when you look at the people, and these are the same people that you say they are from poor nations. So that's to show you that, and yet we come out and we are clapping, we are bowing down, we are doing dobale, we are shouting for these people. Don't you see that there's something wrong with some of us? So we need to start thinking, are we enjoying what is going on, or do we want change? So that's just it. That's all I have to say. We have to start thinking, the direction of change. And my brother to Nigeria, I did not attack you, but please next time use the analogy that is verified and that is correct, because I think so that we don't also spread false information.
All right, Mr. NCB, thank you very much for your submission. Mr. Chooks, if you are here, please go ahead with your submission.
Yeah, thank you once again. To Nigeria, please, it's not like everybody is attacking you, but sometimes you need to weigh, if we understand the role of leadership, you lead, we follow you. If our president can come out today and make that kind of statement he made, I don't understand when this is the same president that went abroad and said that our youth are lazy. What do you expect from us? These are the kind of things that we are talking about. Nobody is against you. We know you are intelligent. You know what you are saying. But the present condition of things will not allow us to support this. We understand, most of us who live abroad understand the powers of the West, what they can do. But again, if our leaders are selling us out, what do you expect from us? And again, I want to use this opportunity to address Johnson Emmanuel. If you are man enough, come on this show and talk. Stop staying hiding behind your keyboard and write whatever you like. If Senegals are having wars and they want to have it, Senegal is not Nigeria. Okay? It's for Senegal. We are ready to fight for our life. If they are not ready to fight, that is Senegal. We are not Senegal. If you want to talk, come out here and talk. You see, two Nigeria might have different views from ours, but he come here to express it. Don't hide behind the keyboard and the right nonsense. Come up here, man. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for your submission, Mr. Chukwu. Can we please allow our submissions to be centered around our topic for today? I really look forward to today's debate, though, because it looks like it is going to be very, very hot. And if I have not talked to you about the debate today, I am so sorry. So do well to join us for our debate today, Friday, by 6 p.m. Nigerian time. We have the debate every Friday.
We're advertising it for you, Ima.
Thank you. Do well to join us. See, with this is just a tip of the iceberg. But come correct. Come with your submission. Make your findings. Yes, over here at Niger Watch, we do not disseminate false information. So please do well to come ready. Thank you very much. And then to Madam Elizabeth, thank you very much for that tip. I'll be trying it out and I will be giving you feedback. Thank you very much. Okay, let's quickly move on to Mr. Alex. Mr. Alex, please, you have just 1 minute for this submission. Please, let's take the time. Thank you.
Mr. Johnson Emmanuel has become a negative enigma in mystery at the comment section. He should make himself obvious or conspicuous instead of behaving the way he's behaving on the comment section. Anyways, he has the right to his own opinion. Guys, the situation in Nigeria is bad, and the people to be blamed are these wicked leaders. When the day is done, whether by war or by the ballot box, we will send intelligent people to engage these colonial masters. intelligent people, diplomats, people who are historians, geographers, people who are well read, young and vibrant people, patriotic Nigerians or patriotic people from different regions that we emerge, or from different countries that we emerge from the dissolution of this fraudulent, contraction called Nigeria. They will engage these people. We are not going to fight them, engage them on salient issues like total independence, not a flag independence. Poor Kagame of Rwanda may be a dictator, but he's doing it. He's doing it. Rwanda, go and check their GDP. Go and check their the number of youth who don't have job. This is very low compared to us. Even the Senegal people are trying to victimize here. Senegal is better off. Go to Dakar and see what they are doing. The metro system, the tram. Go and see how they are creating jobs for their citizens, and their diasporans are coming home to come and invest. They don't have bandits killing them there. Snakes and termites are not swallowing money. Their presidents are not running to different countries to go and stack money. They are not perfect, but they are better off than us. And many Nigerians are living in Senegal. So you must be ready to face the truth. We are at war already. The only person that is holding the time bomb from exploding is Peter Obi. We are tired of this nonsense. We hear of trillions of naira as budgets every year. It doesn't trickle down to the common man on the streets. The youths don't get employment. The jobs are vanishing on a daily basis. What do you expect us to do? A section of the country is taking over the juicy part of government jobs. Oil companies are being taken over by one same section of the country, governors by them. And some of our senators and governors that will not sit up. They will be caught in the crossfire of something coming. Something big is coming, man. I don't blame the Biafrans. I don't blame anybody who is trying to leave this country, this fraudulent country. Anybody can leave. Why are they afraid of sharing this country or doing a total restructuring? Why are they afraid if they are not fraudulent? Why are they afraid of coming to a round table to discuss Nigeria? Why are they hiding in their clothes? Why are they hiding in London? As we speak, your leader is in London taking medical treatment. What a shame. The 6th largest oil country in the whole world don't have hospital for their children. Women give birth in darkness inside our clinics nationwide. And some lunatics are in the comment section writing nonsense. Guys, if we do not do it, our children will do it. Our fathers they've already said we will do it. NSAS was a start. It was a testing of the ground. We know the ground better now. So get your PVC. Let's give democracy a chance again next year. But after that, we will see. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Mr. Tunaija. If you're ready for your submission, then let's go.
Yeah, Buhari going to the West is part of this thing that we have come to accept that really needs to stop. Our leaders having their children overseas, our leaders having houses overseas, all those sort of things needs to stop. They are a security risk. Our threat assessment is broken, hence why we just accept the things as normal. It's not normal. And secondly, this idea that the Manekambeg Rabin was killed by the right wing because the people were supporting him, it's just ridiculous. I was following events at that time. That was the first time I started watching international events. I saw how he was assassinated. I saw the process going on during the peace process. Everybody was in support of that peace process until he was assassinated. And when he was assassinated, the person that came in was also popular to fulfill the peace process until, what's his name again, that Ariel Sharon went to the Temple Mount and triggered an uprising again. And this guy is telling me that as if he knows the events himself. He doesn't have a clue what he's talking about. He was assassinated by a right-winger, and Israel was surrounded by enemies. If they started fighting each other at that time, that would be the end of Israel. Period. And the same for us. We are surrounded by enemies.
My dear brother, sorry, my brother, nothing can end Israel.
Everybody's allowed to talk, so I can't finish my statement now. So, we are also surrounded by enemies. Our enemies are just packed further away, and we don't see them. And our leaders are running to them every now and again. And these people are happy for us to go into a civil war. Do you know what war means? You are setting your country back decades. There is no win in it. What you should be trying to do is secure your candidate right now. keep them alive. All the things, when you see a security gap, when you see things that can lead to civil war, prevent it. I like when you said they should not rig the election. I like when you said, but when you start advocating fight for your country, it's like somebody saying, let me burn my house down. Where is he going to lead you? It's not going to get us anywhere. That's all. That's why I criticize that statement. I'm not having a go at you. And sometimes people say these things because what they are conditioned to say, because they have had a lot of people say it, but because they don't think about it closely, what they are talking, what they are actually saying. Yesterday we had a say we actually talked about solutions. These things that we do, we just talk about threats and criticizing and all the rest of it. That is not going to get us anywhere. We should be talking about solution. That's why I say Peter Obi has to be securing himself. I don't care whether he has this in 50-car motorcade to protect him. I don't care. He needs to stay alive. So does all the other candidates. The country has to be stable, because that's the motive. And these times are very, very critical. Africa, Nigeria right now, let the peace process that is happening in Ethiopia. Nigeria, on the document, Nigeria led the peace process that is just signing in Ethiopia right now. And we are here talking about civil war. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your submission. Thank you to each and every one of you. Just in a manner, the day you enter this panel, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. We are inviting you, stretching out an arm of invitation to you. And to each and every one of you out there, thank you so very much, my amazing panelists. Thank you for your time on here with us. Do want to remember our lineups. We have the newspaper review Monday through to Saturday, 10 a.m. Nigerian time. We have the chat Mondays and Wednesdays, 1 p.m. Nigerian time. We also have the debate. Before we get to debate, we have discussions Monday through to Thursday with beautiful, catchy 5 p.m. Nigerian time, and we have the debate that's in the hot by 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Do want to remember the show with Leftist every Sunday. I know you will remember. So just turn on your notification bell. Please turn on your notification bell and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do want to support us on every broadcast. There's someone whose mic is unmuted. You want to say something?
Yes. I just want to, I need 30 seconds to just respond to something. Nigeria's struck peace deal with, in Ethiopia does not stop ASU strike, does not stop the killings nationwide, does not stop dollar to naira draining, does not stop our president going to London for medical treatment. There are some wicked people who cannot fix their houses, but they are very good in building other people's houses. The earlier we start telling our leaders the truth and holding them accountable, and the better for us. So our leaders should be warned. After next year's election, we hope everything goes well. If it goes the other way around, something is going to happen. You cannot control people who are hungry. A hungry man is an angry man, a desperate man. Nigerians are desperate now. These are desperate times. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Mr. Alex. And on that, that will be our final note for today's broadcast. Please do well to get your PVC. For as many that went through that rigorous process of registration, do well to identify your center and go get your PVC before there will be a deadline and there will be massive queue out there. Go walk in and just pick up your PVC. Do please pick it up. It's very important. Voting is as important. It's very, very important, and it's a serious business, and everybody must. So talk to everybody, those that are yet. So let it be operation. Show me your PVC. Yes, please, let's do that. Let's do that for the sake of our dear country. Now is a good time for all ends to be on deck. Thank you very much for being on this broadcast. We are saying our goodbyes, but do also join us by 6 p.m. today. Today is Friday now. Today is Friday. Cheers to the weekend. Please go off and go have a good time. Remember to spend time with family. Remember to show acts of kindness, and remember that for us to get to Nigeria to the place that we desire for Nigeria to be, you and I have to put ends together to make Nigeria great again. So please vote wisely. Until I come your way tomorrow, stay well, stay safe. Bye for now.